everybody, and welcome to another video. Today is a special day because I have my friend over here. Her YouTube channel is God is Gray, and I'm rhyming completely unintentionally. And we are drinking wine. This is our second glass, and we are both such lightweights that we're already like, woo! It's gonna be a great video. So she has some, are you left-handed?
Yeah, this is not working.
Oh God, I didn't know. So she's got some awesome merch. I don't know if you noticed our sweet shirts. It says RIP Purity Culture, which is very appropriate for this video. So
yeah, cheers. Purity culture has been so destructive for my life and the life of many other people. I think you experience the same thing.
No, I was raised super Catholic, so to this day I still have like guilt around things that I shouldn't. So it takes some rewiring of your brain, but yeah, RIP.
RIP.
So Nate and Sutton, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey Sutton.
Yeah?
What day is today?
What day
is today? Today is Q&A. Woo!
Is masturbation a sin?
No.
Is drinking a sin?
It's a good one. So drunkenness is definitely stated as a sin in the Bible.
Well, I hope not.
Killing me today. Vaccines. Okay, so I admit I don't know the most about vaccines. I haven't done the most amount of research about it.
So he'll say, this is one thing I do want to like bring up now. I feel very conflicted about these two. I kind of like them in a weird way.
Yeah.
I was watching their videos this morning trying to pick out what I wanted to comment on, and I caught myself just like watching some of what they were saying, like, oh my God, that's cute, because they would talk about their relationship, how they met, how their dating process started out, and a lot of it is kind of similar to me and David. So I'm like, oh, that's funny, samesies. Then I would hear something about how it's, you know, not okay to be gay and have a partner in life. So I was just like, ah. But then I would catch myself, you know, hearing them talk about their kids and being like, aw. So it's just very confusing to me. Even to me, it's confusing. So I can't imagine someone who has like struggles in life trying to figure out who they are watching this and being affected.
You're kind of proving my point, because when I offered the Nate and Sutton content for these videos, we were both conflicted. We're like, gosh, these people are so incredibly kind-hearted and nice. I can tell they're coming from a good place. I think that's what I'm perceiving. And the fact that you are feeling conflicted, or you're really resonating with a lot of things, and then you'll be like uppercut by something that is hurtful.
Yeah, it takes me by surprise.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like vibing with the video and then they'll say something and I'm like,
that just freaks me out, because you are very educated. You've had a whole life experience with this, where other people watching this would be very impressionable, and that I do just want to offer a different perspective all the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, imagine being a girl in high school watching this. You know, you would start to come up with judgments of yourself that I think would be unhealthy by watching their videos.
And what a dream couple. They live in a big, beautiful house. He's got his muscles bulging out of his shirt.
She's beautiful. Like, it draws you in. Their kids are really cute.
Yeah.
And like, it just seems like, you know, the perfect house with the white picket fence and like fairy tale. But then they'll slip in these things that get you. And if you're not looking for it, I think it could affect people negatively, and that's what scares me the most, because it's like this sweet thing that traps you.
Yeah, like a little honey trap. Little low-key insidious.
Low-key. And the reason I brought that up was because they were talking about drinking, and he literally says, okay, yeah, it's fine to drink, I have a drink, but being drunk is what's not okay. So they teeter-totter on this balance of like, they're kind of moderate, but not. But sometimes it's not okay to ride the fence. Like, some things you should be like yes or no on. And this next topic of vaccines is a good place to start.
Okay, I haven't seen this. I'm curious.
Killing me today. Vaccines. Okay, so I admit I don't know the most about vaccines. I haven't done the most amount of research about it.
Although they did say they were vaccinated when they were kids. They are having their kids vaccinated, but even to say in a video that I'm on the fence about it, I feel like that's kind of dangerous to put that out there.
But counterpoint is, I would imagine in their circle, they're friends with Paula Morgan, for example, have done videos together. This is a very triggering topic for a lot of people, and Nate and Sutton seem to be very much like, we just want to be accommodating to all different kinds of people and not offend. But if you're still talking about something very important, yeah, it's an interesting line that they're trying to toe.
I think she felt that and stepped in to clarify a little further.
Okay.
I can't really come to a place where I have a strong stance either direction.
I would just think, like, maybe the chances are very slim that something could happen to them. But if something happened to him and I knew it was because we chose not to vaccinate him, I could not live with myself.
Okay.
So,
okay, I like it. Yeah.
This is the kind of thing that like pulls me in a little. I'm like, oh yay, at least they didn't say this. At least they didn't do that. And then you start to feel like, well, maybe they are somewhat reasonable. And then they hit you with something.
What are your thoughts on homosexuality and the LGBTQ community? That is a lot of letters.
I do mention in our video on my channel that I appreciate the respect of learning the acronym. I wonder if she's learned what each of the letters means, because that would be additionally valuable.
We love you guys. I've had some friends that were gay that I really appreciate. Like I seem to get along with homosexuals.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Jaclyn's got those sassy edits.
Listen.
Sassy edits.
I'm sorry. When I saw him say that, I just get along with him so well. I'm like, mm-hmm. And then I just kind of ignored it. And then later on, that happened, and I'm like, oh God, this has to go in order.
We tend to treat homosexuality as a sin that is so much more worse than all the other sins.
How do you feel like it compares to other sins? I am curious, from your perspective as a Christian, how you feel about him saying that.
The tragedy happening to me in evangelical circles with Nate and Sutton is that being LGBTQ plus is not a sin. One more time with people in the back. Being LGBTQ plus is not a sin.
I mean, I'll agree with that statement, period. But I also don't view sin as a thing.
We live in a day and age with access to so much information, and I intuited in the bottom of my soul that being LGBTQ plus was okay with God for many, many years. But now there's so many books, like my friend Kevin Garcia has a book called Bad Religion. There are more books out there than ever before that theologically, soundly show you why it is not a sin biblically. So for me, if anyone actually genuinely loves and has a heart for the LGBTQ plus community, you will do your due diligence and look at those resources. And again, I always say, do the research for yourself, come to your own conclusions. But if you just haven't dove in and you haven't made that effort, then I'm having a really hard time staying patient with people anymore, just because the resources are so available. Being LGBTQ plus is not a sin.
It's interesting because they said, and we covered this in your video, they mentioned, if something feels wrong, just don't do it.
Because it's probably wrong.
Yeah. So that's their logic. But to me, it seems like a lot of people that I speak with that are not as open as you, that are Christians, will condemn homosexuality, but they'll feel bad about doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's awful. It's the worst.
So by their own logic, if it feels wrong, don't do it. Even if you have a belief system, and it's making you feel like you're doing something unethical or behaving in a way that is unethical, maybe you should sit back for a second and reconsider why it is that you feel that way. I mean, it might mean something.
You just blew my mind. And then Christians have to get over this hurdle, though, where we're told that our heart is deceitful and our flesh is evil. We're always constantly told to question our intellect and our own cognitive abilities to figure out what's true and what's not. So you have to break free of all of that to really get there. But that is a brilliant, logical point.
Thank you.
The issue here is as much about sexuality as it is about surrender to our Creator. Coming from a place of if I'm single for the rest of my life, it's not the biggest issue.
It's the standard BS you hear from people that kind of think this way, that, you know, you can be gay, hate the sin, not the sinner type of mentality, where they're like, yeah, it's fine if you're gay, just don't ever act on it and have a love and family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just that simple.
No, I really do think any straight person has a lot of audacity to say, hypothetically, in some world that does not exist, that will frankly never exist, if I weren't allowed to meet and fall in love with Sutton and actually be with her because I love her, I would be fine with that because God is asking me to. It is not fair to ever assume that you would be okay with that. And frankly, I think he should sit with that statement and figure out whether or not that's actually true.
If you were to say in the Bible, well, white men have to drink their pee every other day, or white men can't marry. Well, I wouldn't like that, but I would do it because he is God.
I only kept this clip in because I think he has a pee fetish. I'm not judging, I'm not kink shaming. You do you, boo, but like, you know, I wanted to bring it up. All right, so this next video I want to bring up, it is a little different than what they have on their channel. I think it's their niece that they have in this video. And I guess, I'm honestly curious what your thoughts are on this, because to me, when I see children either used in videos to like give political talking points or to preach religion or anything that might be of controversy, there's just something in me that goes, ugh. I don't know, it just bothers me a little bit.
Doesn't anyone have faith anymore? I see all you grown-ups running around, worried about what you're gonna eat, worried about how you can pay your bills.
So clearly she didn't write that people are worried about jobs. Like, I don't think that this, what's your guess? 4?
Kids say some crazy stuff.
I think this was very scripted.
Remember what Jesus said? Unless you become like children, you would never enter heaven.
That was a threat.
She's like, oh, you're going to hell. All of you are going.
I shall care of restoration.
Moving on. This one is Honest Q&A, birth control, alcohol, and finding love. What do you think they're going to say about us drinking?
I only like 2 of those things.
Alcohol and finding love?
Yeah.
I like birth control.
I'm not anti-birth control. It doesn't work for me. I don't like it. It made me very emotional. I was crying that a girl's hair was silkier than mine. Burst into tears.
Bitch. I've been on birth control for, 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
I am no longer taking it.
Oh, amazing. Did you notice any changes?
I stopped a few days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was taking birth control for 5 years, and then I was like, oh, I don't cry all the time. That's something that I noticed afterwards. Although now I've had a baby and my hormonal shift has been major, and I cry more than ever.
Fun.
A lot of happy tears, though.
Something to look forward to. That's good. I like happy tears.
Yeah.
I've been experiencing that a lot lately. It's interesting.
And let me be clear, I'm saying I don't like birth control from my experience. There's endometriosis. It really helps with that. So do your own thing when it comes to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits, especially the not getting pregnant part. But
it's a really good benefit for a lot of people.
now I don't need that benefit anymore.
Oh.
We'll see.
How come Sutton is wearing hot pants? And the Bible tells us to dress modestly. How come you're wearing hot pants?
I'm doing it again. I assume the hot pants are like shorts. Like, I've never heard it called that before, but let me tell you one thing. Georgia is hot.
Your face watching that was priceless. By the way, what are hot pants?
I've only heard that term one time because my mom was like modeling in the 70s and she was like, here's me in my hot pants.
Oh,
okay. So I think they just called really short booty shorts hot pants, which is
Okay.
great. We should bring that back. I like it.
What's
But
wrong with that?
I'm in a place of
Shorts?
shock because there's so many accommodations for convenience when it serves you. And then you're saying something opposing to that when you're giving advice. That's not fair.
We are going to consider that question. That is a great question. Should we even be wearing bathing suits?
But But I like that they should consider that question. Was she less of a woman? Did she have less inherent value? Did she have daddy issues because she wore hot pants? Was she feeling insecure? Was she trying to cheat on her husband? Was she a slut because she was wearing them? Like,
Was she asking for it?
was she asking for it? All of the things that modesty culture puts on other women that are wearing hot pants. Why were you, Sutton, wearing hot pants? Because clearly you knew that you were none of these things.
It's not a problem. You have to internally know that this outfit that you have on isn't gonna like break any rules. It's not a sin. You're good. You can relax. And it's frustrating because you know that they know this, right? They post videos in their bathing suits. He posts workout videos without a shirt on. They talk about
Those
this
got
kind of thing.
beautiful bods that they clearly work on. I really just want to see her explain why she felt that it was okay in that moment. It's because it doesn't mean as much as they are saying that it means.
And I guess I was kind of hoping that him as her husband, he would have felt protective over the person that he loved, as I feel like any partner should be, and then maybe defend that that's ridiculous to question or criticize what she chose to wear. But he did not take that route.
And the Bible does talk a lot about modesty, and we're going to consider that question. That is a great question. You know, like, should we even be wearing bathing suits? It sounds extreme, but that's the culture that we live in. It's so normal to do these things, but should it really be normal?
I just want to say the Bible does not talk, quote, a lot about modesty. There's one verse, and it speaks about modesty when it comes to being overly ostentatious and valuing rubies and pearls and the way you're adorning yourself as a woman over who you are on the inside.
I see.
So immodesty in the Bible is referring to you not having internally what is valuable. That's the way I interpret it.
Is that something that applies to men equally? In
This
the
verse
Bible?
only mentions women, but I think,
Do you have an issue with that?
well, I have issue with a lot of men in the Bible. There's a lot of crazy dudes in the Bible. They're out here murdering, sleeping with tons of women, taking hundreds or thousands of wives, and they're still beloved by God. So
How do you process that?
I process that by believing the Bible is this ancient, diverse, historical text that shows us a slice of history and tells us a story of people that have been the beginning and the inception of our faith and what we see it to be today. I am not a literal believer in the Word of God, which is controversial, but I fall under the umbrella of progressive Christianity, which means that you're not taking it literally. You see it historically.
Yeah. I think it's controversial for Christians, but I would much prefer it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're open to life and experiences and all kinds of different people with different beliefs or lifestyles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a negative judgmental thing, it's a personal spiritual thing, which I have no issues with.
Right.
Do you follow any other family vlogs / YouTubers?
Surprisingly, I'm personally not too big on YouTube.
No! I was hoping they would say my channel.
Oh, well, maybe they will now. Hi, Nate and Sutton.
Hi! No, I do hope they're watching this, and I hope they have the same feeling we had when watching them. We're just like, but I kind of like them. I hope they kind of like us.
I know, I hope so too.
And hey, you know what? They should subscribe to my vlog channel. I have a family vlog channel too.
I know, Jaclyn's doing everything much more wholesomely than I am. I'm living out of wedlock with a baby, you know.
No, I'm still a heathen. Don't worry. You're in good company.
How do you guys regulate births? Is there a Christian way to do that? Do you use contraception?
We used birth control.
Close your ears, parents.
Yeah, and I'm not proud of that, actually. I think we both later felt some conviction on that, right? Yeah, so, and I feel like you're kind of stopping life, which God created. So I don't think we're ever going to use birth control again.
There's other ways.
Yeah, there's other ways. There's other ways naturally that you can, not 100%, but, you know, works pretty dang good.
Again, a contradiction, okay? So you can stop life from occurring because of the means?
Yeah.
No.
Taking the pill stops life, but pulling out, that doesn't stop life.
Meanwhile, there's a Bible verse about Onan spilling his seed and how God was upset.
Oh, y'all be sinning out there.
All right, guys, today we are making a video about pornography. Is pornography sinful? Yes.
The way I define sin, and I find this very theologically accurate, is to say sin is an act or even a thought that causes harm. So this is shame, fear, and pain. Either you're bringing it on yourself or you're outputting that onto other people, the environment, to your partner, to your lover, whoever. So porn is a sticky area for me, because if I knew that I was watching ethically sourced, everyone wants to be there,
Yes.
no one is coming from a background where they've been coerced into anything, then I think I could potentially watch it. Like,
Right.
if you and David were like, watch this video of us.
I mean, I did make an OnlyFans.
There you go.
When you become married or when you meet someone that you love, more than likely it's gonna break their heart, right?
Beyond that, I feel like it's hurting God. You know, He doesn't want you to do that.
Oh yeah.
So you talk about making sure that it's ethically sourced and how that's important.
Yeah.
I totally agree, but I think where they're going with this is that it is hurtful to your partner, and not even your current partner. It is hurtful if you're single to the partner you may have in the future.
Yeah. Again, I hate that so much of our faith is built on a foundation of fear, because that also is not theologically sound. We're supposed to be built on a foundation of love. So if you're afraid of your partner watching porn because they won't be attracted to you, or it's all fear-based stuff.
It's exactly what she says.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I feel like I would be compared to these people that are not very realistic, especially porn. It's like so fake. I mean, I've never seen it, but I assume it's very fake women,
Good
fake
point.
boobs.
I am offended. My boobs are offended. I would love to hear a response to any of what we've said.
Me too.
You know, it'd be very interesting to see how you process this.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's received positively. I feel like it would be.
Yeah.
Maybe my expectations are beyond me, but I'm hoping that it was received well. And I thought it was really interesting. It's hard to, you know, hate these people because they're so nice, but I think that, you know, everybody has their flaws.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about some negativity.
Yeah. And when I get impassioned, I don't hate people. I really don't. I just hate concepts, and I hate ideas that I see hurting people. So I love both of you, and I can see your hearts, but I do hate some of the concepts that I have heard.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that atheists hate all Christians. Clearly that's not true. But I do hate some of the concepts behind what I see some Christians saying.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
we agree on those things.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, you guys should go support her. She has a lot of amazing videos, and we did a video together on her channel.
Yes, go check it out, and please buy a copy of On Her Knees. Memoir of a Prayerful Jezebel is coming out April 6th. It's available for pre-sale. This is something that I've been writing for basically 10 years. I put my heart and soul into it, and it's available now, so anyone that wants to pick it up. I didn't know how valuable it was to actually support authors in the pre-sale process.
It is, actually, because the same thing with David's music. Pre-sales help a lot.
Yeah, pre-sales are everything. So if you like this video you're about to see, please go pick up a copy. That's it.
That's it. Alright guys, well thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the very near future. I'll see you in a week. Oh my god. Alright, well cheers to that.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye!